everyone, and welcome to yet another great episode with the authors of Rising Relentlessly. I am so excited to introduce Hagar to all of you. She's such an amazing human being, and she has been such a huge advocate for the plant. And I'm just so excited for you guys to read her chapter. But first and foremost, I'm excited you get to meet her and get to know her. This is not about her chapter per se, this is about Hagar saying yes to herself, writing, going through the process, and now is officially completely done. Her chapter's in, her photos in, her author bio is all in, and she is ready to rock and roll and make sure that you guys really hear her message and her point of wanting to write this chapter in this amazing book. So, Hagar, would you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Hagar Zimerman. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm the owner of Weedcraft.
Nice.
Nice to meet you, and hi Rachelle.
Hi.
And
I'm
good
so excited that we get
afternoon.
to spend time together. You know, you've been with the editors for so much of your time
Mm-hmm.
that there's just been like a few moments and everything with us. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. Of course, you know, with everything, my questions for you just kind of got all over the place. So I'm just trying to find them again on my phone. All right, here we go. So,
Yeah.
what made you say yes to yourself? What inspired you to be in this book and share your story in this anthology?
Well, first of all, this is something I wanted to do for some years, and then life happened. I also share about it in my chapter. But a year or something ago, I was scrolling my Facebook while trying to find more people in the cannabis world. And I found Amy, and I saw a post about Rooted to Rise. And I was amazed to see a book that was written by 7 women. And I commented there, oh, I want to be in the next book. And here I am.
You're a go-getter for sure, and I love that about you on so many different levels from just like you don't wait for permission. You just do it.
No, yeah.
Mhm.
If I want
Yeah,
something, then I do it. Yeah.
I love that. Before you started the writing process, what fears or hesitations did you have about telling your story publicly? Were there any fears or hesitations?
Well, the biggest fear is to write personal stuff, which are mine, without sharing too much about my family, my children, my parents, my partner. Uh, I think this is the only thing that feared me
Yeah,
in the process.
it's nerve-wracking to be discreet while also sharing as much as possible. Would you
Yeah,
agree with that?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a bit of a struggle in between, but I think I found a way to bridge it well.
I can't wait to read your chapter. How did the writing process surprise you? Was there anything where you were like, huh, I didn't expect that?
Well, when I found the time to sit and write, I kind of puked my story. I just couldn't stop. I was first afraid, oh, how am I going to write 3,000 words in English? It's not my mother language also, so it's yeah, a bit of next level for me. And that's something I also asked you before I joined in, and I said, is it possible? But I surprised myself because it was just pouring out of me, and I needed to chop it.
Yes, writing is so cathartic. It's
Yeah.
so, um, you know, I everybody writes differently, but I'm the
Hmm.
type of person that needs to just be all in it, not
Yeah.
just like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I have to like immerse myself. Is that something that
Hmm.
you felt?
Yeah, I was disappearing into the writing. I was like, I needed a chunk of a minimum of 3 hours. I
Mhm.
would sit with my tea here and just do typing. And I know that if I stop, my flow is gone for today.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that's so beautiful that you learned about yourself. Um, what part of your story was the hardest to write and why?
Uh, yeah, personal stuff that also affected my life very hard, and that was involving other people that I felt that it's not right to share.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was very hard to kind of jump in my story because I needed to keep it for myself.
Yeah, everybody has a story to share, but we also have to filter
Yeah, of course.
out of respect for others. I know whenever I share anything, um, pertaining to my kids or my husband, or, well, they're the primary ones. I always say, I'd really love to share this, but how do you feel about it?
Mm-hmm,
Because it's our story, and there's that level of respect that we need to give people. But it doesn't mean that you can't write about it. And that's what I think is so amazing about like the editing process. I think
mm-hmm,
James and Ashley Elizabeth do such a great job of like making sure that everybody is honored appropriately and respected.
mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we have to write it and then we have to edit it out. But
Yeah.
sometimes it like stops the flow if we don't just put it out there. Was
Mm-hmm.
there a moment during the writing process when something clicked or shifted in you personally?
I think somewhere in the end, when I finished writing the story, the beginning, the end, the middle, and that I realized that I can start a huge project and finish it. It was big.
It was big. And I know you've mentioned that you want to write a book all by yourself at some point.
Yes, for
So I know we'll probably
people.
touch on that in a minute, but tell me about what it was like to write in a community of people first.
Well, that's we are both coming from Jewish uh, tradition, descent. I don't know how to say it. Let's
Both.
pause for a moment.
We were
I'm going
born
to,
Jewish.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, we were both born Jewish, and in our tradition, to create a circle of energy for a prayer, for example, there's a need of minimum 10 people. And I think by creating this circle of writers about a topic which still carry a very huge stigma
Mm,
is something that it's bringing all the energy of the stories up and amplifies them and strengthens them.
exactly. So, like the collective energy of multiple people
Hmm.
really makes the voices even more amplified in
Yeah.
terms of, there's a lot of power in one voice, and there's
Hmm.
more power in multiple voices, especially like you said, with something surrounded by something that has such a huge stigma, which is ridiculous. It's a plant.
Yeah.
Like we're not regulating grass or flowers or trees, but for some reason, and we all know the reason, that we're still struggling with this. And so, whatever. That's why we're just going to keep sharing our stories. What
Yeah. And
did
I
you
think,
learn about yourself by writing this chapter? Was there something that you learned? I know you briefly touched on it, but is there anything else you want to share about something you learned about yourself?
I think I answered that, so I don't know what to
Yeah.
answer more.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to give you an opportunity just in case there is something more you wanted to share.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing, if it can be edited to the what we talked before, uh, because it's a very powerful sentence. I think it's only when our voices are united that we are becoming too loud to be ignored, and that's
That's so powerful. Wow.
That's more than walking by myself and writing my story in a book. I'm coming with a bunch of people, and we all come with our story. And our story is all related to cannabis and how it helped us.
I love that. Thank you. Yeah, because when people share stories, they live inside of us. And then if we
Hmm.
share our story, we're sharing. I love that connection. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
What do you hope readers will take away from your chapter specifically?
To listen to themselves and to take care of themselves. I think this is the most important stuff.
Absolutely. All right. If someone is listening, not if, when someone listens to your podcast and they hear your voice and they hear your words and your message, what do you want to tell somebody who might be afraid to tell their story, whether it's about this subject matter or something else? What would you like to say to be encouraging to others?
First of all, it's a gift. It's a gift you give to yourself. So why not?
Mhm.
It's a very nice and empowering process to go through, to do something, to finish it, that it's going out, that it's living its life later all over the world. And yeah, why not? We live only once.
Why not? I
Yeah.
love that. That's my attitude. Why not? What do you have to be afraid
Mhm.
of?
Yeah,
Exactly. Well, I know
exactly.
at the beginning, before we got started with this podcast, you shared with me that your story really starts from the very beginning of your
Hmm.
life. But I want to ask you, whatever age it is that you would want to go back to through your whole story, what would you tell yourself, your younger self, what you know now? Is there something you would want to tell a younger version of you?
Cannabis is not drugs. This is what I would say to myself because this is what they taught us in school. And cannabis is not drugs. Cannabis is a medicine.
Hmm.
And there is a definition to what drug is. There's like a index something, and it should be at least killing 50% of the group they are testing, and it should be something that it's very difficult to withdraw from and have medical and physical outcomes, which cannabis doesn't have. And there's a lot of researches lately that are backing up actually history that we are discovering now also that proves that this is a medicine. So please stop this lie.
I love that. I love how present you are with personal experience and research and history. That's something I
Yeah.
truly admire about you. Is there anything else you'd like to share during this time, whether it's about yourself, about the process of writing your chapter, or something you want to tell somebody else that's listening to this?
Mm, I think I want to talk a bit about the algorithms in social media.
Exactly. Yeah, keep it short and
Yeah,
sweet. Like,
I'm a social media specialist, and I've been working for the past 20 years with, not 20, 18 years, with the biggest companies in Israel and all over the globe. And when I started Weedcraft and I opened the Facebook page and Instagram page and YouTube, I am constantly facing blocks on my content, even though it's educative. I'm not showing my boobs. I'm not showing even how to roll a joint or something. And it's been constantly flagged. And I think it's so hypocrite because the internet allows us to see so many awful stuff. And then we talk about something which is really already been proven to help, and yet it's being flagged by the algorithm. So I think it's time to change that. We are in 2026, and it's about time that when we write or say cannabis, the internet is not shaking itself. It's
I love
ridiculous.
that you brought that up because that was one of the main motivators to pull out of social media and into publishing books because
Yeah.
we were sharing stories for the last 8, 9 years and we were getting banned from, being able to just post whatever for multiple days
Oh,
or,
wow.
having to pick like little pictures of like a plant, to replace it, and it's ridiculous. We can talk about literally anything on the internet except cannabis.
Yeah.
So I love that you brought that up because it really shows everybody reading and everybody listening to your podcast that this is what you stand for. It's not just, hey, I've been using it myself and here's how it's helped me, but how you've been such a huge advocate for others on
Hmm.
all levels, including
Yeah.
social media. So thank you for sharing that. Well, thank you everyone for listening. We're going to have all the ways you can connect with Hagar and her websites and her emails and whatever else she wants to share. But most of all, thank you so much for this time, Hagar. I really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for listening. So thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.